I'm Tom from Do It Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at whether the Nest Learning Thermostat is worth it. And the big question here is that this usually costs somewhere between $150 and $250 for the Nest Learning Thermostat versus a programmable thermostat. A kind of classic one would be around $20. So what are you getting with the Nest Learning Thermostat, and is that worth it for you in your particular situation? So firstly, I think one of the biggest questions is, do you want to be able to control your thermostat remotely, either through an app on your phone, or through a web interface, or through a voice assistant like an Amazon Echo or Google Home? And if the answer is yes, then the Nest Learning Thermostat may well be worth it for you, because obviously that's something you can't do with a traditional thermostat, and that's something that Nest does really well. If you're just using this to do programming of your thermostat, though, then it becomes a little bit more specific to your particular situation and how you use your home and how you use your heating and air conditioning. So one of the big selling points of the Nest Learning Thermostat is the fact that it automatically learns the schedule of how you use your home and how you heat and cool it, and you don't actually have to program it. Just by adjusting the thermostat to keep your house comfortable, over time it learns your routines and it will automatically make adjustments to fit your schedule. And it also has features like a home and away mode, so it can automatically detect when you leave your house and then set the heat or air conditioning to a more energy efficient setting until you come back. So again, whether this is useful to you probably depends a lot on how you use your house and also the climate that you live in, and whether this is going to be worth it from a financial perspective. So if you're the sort of person where you leave every morning at a very predictable time, maybe you go to work during the day, you come home at the end of the day, and you're back at a very predictable time, and you're willing to put in, this is sort of the crucial part, you're willing to put in the time to learn how to and to consistently program a traditional thermostat, then the Nest Learning Thermostat may not be right for you, because you could pretty easily set up a routine in a basic thermostat, and it would probably follow that. And again, for about $20, you would be turning the heat off or the air conditioning off when you leave in the morning, turning it back on when you come back in the evening. Most of the basic thermostats do allow you to do a weekend and week setting. Again, you're not going to gain as much from the self-programming or the home and away settings on the Nest Learning Thermostat. However, on the other hand, if you're the sort of person who's got an unpredictable schedule, and you might be coming and going at multiple different times during the day, or maybe every Tuesday you work from home, so on that day you want to have a different setting than the rest of the week, or maybe you have people in your family who are going to be coming and going during the day and that kind of thing, then the Nest Learning Thermostat becomes a lot more helpful, because with a traditional programmable thermostat, you can usually only set a couple of set points per day. And again, it's usually just week and weekend. You can't tune for a particular day and say, well, since I'm working from home on Tuesday, I want it to be I want the air conditioning to stay on all day, but on Thursday I'm going to be in the office, so it can be shut off. And again, because this is tuned with a learning thermostat, it's tuned to when you're actually coming and going from the house. You don't need to know your schedule in advance or have a predictable schedule. If it detects that you've left the house, even for a couple hours, it'll automatically go to your eco settings. And again, that's saving you a little money every time it does that. Another consideration is whether your utility offers a rebate. From PG&E, I got about a $50 rebate on this, so that offsets some of the extra cost of the thermostat. And again, just taking into account whether you're the sort of person who wants to sit down and program a traditional thermostat. If you're not, then this can kind of do that work for you. And remember also, with those, you may be having to adjust it for the season, change your program throughout the year, make adjustments for daylight savings time. With Nest, you don't have to do any of that. So again, factors to consider, like the climate where you're in. So if you're in a climate where there's going to be big shifts in temperature throughout the day, and you want to be able to sort of tune the thermostat to match those, this may be helpful. If you're somebody with an unpredictable schedule, or you may have people coming and going from your house at all different times, this may be worth it, because it actually will adjust in real time to that. But if you have a very predictable schedule, and you can just sort of set the thermostat and you don't mind doing that work, you may save yourself some money actually by using a traditional one. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.